The beef between prolific PSG players Neymar and Mbappe is nothing new. It happens in football and also in real-life settings. Most times, the rivalry between teammates is usually harmless and may even possibly drive healthy competition, leading to better statistics for the players involved and the team as well. But this season, it's not to be so. What initially seemed like a harmless teammate rivalry now proves to be a threat to the long-standing PSG Dynasty. Hello and welcome to the channel where we regularly bring relevant football news. Today's video delves deep into the Mbappe-Neymar feud and what likely damage such rivalry can do to the PSG dynasty. Now, we know what you're thinking. Neymar and Mbappe couldn't possibly be feuding, especially when they are on the same team, but that won't be entirely correct. Messi's arrival at PSG seems to be tearing up poorly sewn up emotions, and honestly, we can relate. Because if you have a friend and an old friend of theirs shows up out of the blue, you'd feel threatened. To start with, Messi and Neymar were a sight to behold during Neymar's spell at Barcelona. Of course, everyone, including Mbappe, knows that the combination of Messi, Neymar, and Suarez, popularly known as MSN, is still the grandest attacking trio to date. It was during the MSN era that Barcelona went on to claim the continental treble of La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the UEFA Champions League, among other many achievements. And now that Messi is in at Parc des Princes, the chemistry between him and Neymar has been rekindled, so naturally it makes sense that Mbappe will lash out, which spells a bad omen for the team if things don't get sorted out soon enough. Because let's face it, the clash of both superstars with Messi somehow caught in the middle can only mean that trouble is brewing in PSG. The penalty fiasco is just one of the events that have pointed out what goes on behind closed doors in the locker room, but before we get into that, let's throw a little background light on the relationship between the two men before things got heated. So let's get into it. Both forwards have been cool with each other and seem to have cordially managed their relationship since they became teammates. After Neymar left Barcelona to join PSG, he started another bromance with Mbappe, which we all see on social media. The relationship worked out for a while, especially since Neymar has been out with injuries, and Mbappe had never really had much competition with him being absent. Even so, up until the penalty fallout, both stars had maintained a healthy relationship. But honestly though, the beef between both players is not unexpected. Some may have even anticipated it, seeing that one of the main reasons Neymar left Barcelona was because he felt overshadowed and wanted to shine in his own right, but somehow ended up being in a team that has the sensational Mbappe in it. It's like dealing with another Messi, but this time not in a good way. Let's face it, Neymar is a great player. His excellence is evident in the fact that he's considered a versatile player, being able to play central striker, second striker, winger, and occasionally making an appearance as an attacking midfielder. The 30-year-old is a renowned goal scorer and playmaker. On August 3, 2017, Neymar was released to PSG for an eye-watering €222 million, making it the most expensive transfer ever, and Neymar the most expensive footballer of all time. Neymar left Barcelona for more recognition, and he got it. But having had an injury-filled career, the football star has never really found his form, and in his absence, Mbappe has been phenomenal. Funny enough, PSG also signed Mbappe in the same window they got Neymar. Mbappe was just 18 at the time, but the young lad was drizzling with talent and had already taken the world by storm. The spirited teenager was obtained initially on loan to PSG from club rivals Monaco, after which PSG made the deal official the following summer for a sweet €180 million. He continued to establish himself as one of the most exciting teenagers of all time, and as time passed, quickly became known as one of the best players in the world, which is all Neymar has been aspiring to be. Now, here's why we think things started to get heated between the two. Mbappe snubbed Real Madrid to extend his contract with PSG and is currently unhappy that the influence they had promised him has not manifested. He doesn't have penalty duties to himself as he has to share with Neymar. He also does not have the monopoly on free kick duties as he has to share such opportunities with Neymar and Messi. Also, with Neymar fully recovered from his injuries, Mbappe now has very stiff competition to deal with. He's not the poster boy he thought he'd be this season after PSG begged him not to leave for Real Madrid. Even the president of France had to wade in to make him stay. Not just that, there are rumors that Mbappe told PSG to sell Neymar during his contract negotiations. Some say he's even been pushing for the PSG number 10 to leave the club since his renewal at the end of last season. He claims his reasons are due to Neymar's lack of discipline, but Messi disagrees on that score. Now, the brewing tension between both players threatens to divide the locker room and has put the club on the brink of crisis in Christophe Gautlier's first season as manager, especially as they seek to win the Champions League this season. The penalty spat brought the long-simmering beef between both players to a head on Friday, August 26, 2022. On that day, something happened that brought to the limelight the fact that there was a strenuous relationship between the two star-studded Paris Saint-Germain players. The battle for who will be the main penalty taker had spilled onto the pitch in a match against Montpellier. Mbappe had missed a penalty earlier, and shortly after that, they won another opportunity. This time around, Neymar positioned himself to take it, but Mbappe saw the opportunity as a second chance to redeem his earlier miss. Neymar, however, refused to give him the ball and got into position to take the shot. The Frenchman tried again to convince the Brazilian to let him take the shot, but he refused, took it, and scored to give the French Giants a 1-0 lead. Despite Neymar's successful efforts, the Frenchman was not impressed as he believed that he should have been the one to take the shot. Reports claim that the row spilled over into the locker rooms after the game and degenerated so badly that former Real Madrid captain Sergio Ramos was forced to step in to separate the pair. The penalty fiasco was only a part of a very eventful evening for Mbappe. The PSG number 7 was also visibly upset during a counterattack when the midfielder Vitinha opted not to pass the ball to him on the left wing, choosing instead to find Messi to his right, leaving Mbappe to abruptly stop running altogether as he threw his hands up in frustration. All of this notwithstanding, Messi is humble and doesn't allow the bad blood between both forwards to control him on the pitch. The GOAT plays his part and makes sure to avoid any discussions in that regard on social media. Neymar, on the other hand, chose not to take the high road. The fallout of the incident continued afterward, with the Brazilian liking two social media posts that slammed Mbappe and implied that Neymar was supposed to be the team's main hitter. The first post included the sentence, "After the game, the coach said that Mbappe will be the team's main hitter for the season." An absurdity. In the other post, liked by Neymar, the Frenchman is accused of being the owner of PSG. Neymar and Mbappe are players brimming hot with a need to prove themselves, so it's only natural that there would be tension between them. Regardless, one thing we can undoubtedly say is that the players are not allowing this issue to get in their heads on the pitch, save for Penaltygate. Even then, PSG still defeated Montpellier by a 5-2 margin. In fact, if you take a cursory look at the last two games, you'll notice that they continued to assist Mbappe. Mbappe and Neymar stole the show as PSG beat Juventus 2-1 in the 2022-2023 Champions League opener on the 6th of September. The 23-year-old Mbappe scored his double in the first 22 minutes of the game, with the opening goal arriving 5 minutes into the match following an audacious link-up play from Neymar. Speaking on the eve of the Champions League opening clash, Mbappe said, "This is the 6th year with Neymar. We've always had a relationship like this, based on respect, but sometimes with warmer and colder moments. It is the nature of our relationship. I have a lot of respect for the player that he is. When you have two players with such a strong character, you have moments like that, but always with respect and in the interest of PSG."